Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your bonus read for the week. I'm going to be taking a look at the person on your mind and what they're hiding from you. I'm going to pull 3 cards to start, clarify each card to give us some more insight. At the end of your reading, I'm going to pull 3 messages plus 1 bonus message from this person of what they are holding back from telling you, and these might be things that you want to hear, things you might not want to hear, and answers to questions you possibly have. We will get that at the end. This is general and it may not resonate for everyone. If it does, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel so you never miss an upcoming read. Now, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump right in. The person on Sagittarius's mind, show me what they are hiding from Sagittarius. Trust your intuition about this situation with this person, because they are hiding something that is a very toxic way to relationships, or they're hiding a toxic relationship attachment to somebody else, and they're keeping it a secret. They will walk away and not say anything is what it feels like. We have the Devil, the Lovers, the Hermit card, and the High Priestess comes out at the bottom of the deck. But, hiding, even like, I get that when they're in relationships too, this person can, if this is what they're hiding and you are not in a serious relationship with them yet, you wouldn't see this side of them yet. But if you start to notice things where this person is questioning where you're going, what you're doing, who you're talking to, who's calling you, and it's a constant, that is that control, that toxicity with the devil energy right there of trying to keep you chained up and be in control of what you do, who you talk to, and things like that, and what relationships you have. The Hermit card as well, I'm seeing this as this person can isolate their partner from other people, and it does feel like this person doesn't recognize it. Now, do they choose not to recognize it, or have they never been called out on how they do this to people in relationships? So there's 2 things coming out here, and it could be, that they, have this toxic tendency to control their relationships to a point of isolation and being alone with them and nobody else. And there's also the fact that they're tied to a toxic relationship and they tell you that they're alone, but they're not. And it's something that they choose to keep a secret. What that High Priestess is also telling you to trust your intuition. So I have Capricorn energy, Gemini, Virgo, and Pisces that comes out so far. So let's go ahead and clarify the Devil. And just so you know, if they are controlling in that way, do believe that this person has been this way for a long time. If they tell you things, Sagittarius, such as that they've never had a very serious relationship and, y'all are much older, this isn't something where you're like early 20s or whatever, pay attention to that, because why haven't they had a serious relationship, and why did relationships not last for them? And it could be because of their controlling attitude, behavior. That is something really that you can't change. They're very fixed on this is how they are, and it keeps them by themselves for a long time until they find someone that they can't control. So the Devil is clarified by the 3 of Pentacles and the Moon. So 2 things coming out here where, like I said, in relationships with a partner, they keep that partner like a hidden secret or something like that. I don't like that. That's a very dark side of somebody that feels like they have insecurities within themselves that are things that they could work on, you know, and maybe they like being in control, or who knows here. So I do have Capricorn and Pisces energy, as well as Scorpio, a little bit of Scorpio and Cancer energy that comes out here with the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. If they have a toxic relationship, it's one that it is one with someone who they work with, and whatever happened between the two of them is something they will never bring up, and they will tell you that it didn't go that far. That Ace of Cups is telling me that it was like flirting, but still the idea of something there was entertained, and that has created this toxicity within their work environment because they allowed the flirting, or engaged in the flirting with somebody else. And let's go ahead and clarify the Lovers. Okay, so the Lovers is clarified by the Two of Pentacles and the Star. At the bottom of the deck is going to be the Nine of Cups. When it comes to having you and somebody else, like at work, that person feels like the attention they were getting at work from whoever this is felt nice to them, but they shouldn't have engaged in it at all. And the Lovers coming out with this Two of Pentacles and the Star, it comes out of, I need to find a balance here and stay focused, and, like making a decision that things are going good in their life. They don't want to change anything. But there is also the slight idea of what if, I'm not saying that this person is going to go back and do something, but now that they have been in this situation where somebody flirted with them and they engaged in it in some way, they were part of it in some way. Otherwise, if it would have happened, they would have said no and not felt the way that they do, keeping this a secret, right? So they're now trying to get things balanced between you and them, or just like in a good balance, and know that what they have is a good thing. But the slight thought of what if they could have, both, it's like a wish. I don't see it so much like a wish fulfillment, but it does feed the desire and of like more love or something like that, or more attention. Let's go ahead and clarify the Hermit. And I had Aquarius, more Capricorn, and Pisces energy that came out, and Sagittarius energy comes out right here for you. And this person is giving some things some deep thought when it comes to you, and they're just waiting. And the Strength card at the bottom of the deck, so I do have Leo energy here too. If they've been single for a while because relationships don't work out, like I said, for those of you that this person shows or starts to show a side of them that comes off controlling, just know that when they're in relationships, they always try to find a balance and create hope and everything, and stay, like doing the right thing. And they're like, I want to make sure that I make you happy. There's a determination to do that. But if this person can't release the control, or having control in that way, then it, to the point where you can't breathe or you're feeling frustrated or whatever, then it's going to create some drama in a relationship between the two of you. So, and with somebody else here, where the idea was entertained with somebody else, the more that they think about what they want, the more they think about you, and the more that they try to draw strength and hope and focus from that. So they're, hiding the fact that they messed up on something. And then, for some of you, you're seeing someone who is hiding a side of them that can be very controlling, and that's not good. But I don't see them going back to being controlling if they're called out on it. You know what I mean? I see them really wanting to find a good balance and feeling like you're their wish fulfillment, and they don't want to be alone anymore. So they just need to find a middle ground with you, and you two need to have that discussion where you can talk about things. But anyways, let's go ahead and get some messages from this person. Since I have two situations, just remember this is general and not every message may resonate for you. So only take what applies to your situation and leave the rest. So I am grateful for the spiritual lesson, learning in this situation, and even the spiritual lesson of not allowing things to go very far. This person that they do work with, even though there was flirtation, whatever, saying no, that they don't want that, and really focusing on you and avoiding that person, and, drawing strength from the relationship you two have, that makes them put this behind themselves. But you might say something to this person at some point, or maybe you won't. That's completely up to you. So grateful for the spiritual lesson, and it was a lot of strength that they had to or have to draw from on what they really want in life. So I replay our conversations over and over. Some of you might have even gone through the situation of them missing you for a while and reflecting on what they want and wanting you and wanting to fix things. So, how can we go back and fix whatever happened? Also, I replay our conversations over and over. It does come off a little bit as the person who can overthink. So I feel like the toxic behavior in relationships comes from overthinking, fears, worry, things like that, and the need to control and create their own way a relationship should be, which tells me that, if they're controlling you, you have no friends or you can't go and see people. That is really a problem. And then, overthinking situations. So, they could also do things like thinking about a conversation that you two had, and later on asking you, like, remember when we had this conversation? So what did you mean when you said this? I've just been thinking about it. And so that's somebody that is going back and, has somebody that has too much time on their hands. If it's something that shouldn't be looked at, or, moving on from it, it just depends, whether it's recent or it's been some time. But this would, they're going back some time and like, what did you mean by this? And it's something that you already addressed, that's different. But if it's something you haven't addressed, then, there is that. But replaying our conversations over and over, that can become something that is very obsessive in a way, and creating worry, or, which is just not good. So I left you before you could leave me. For some of you, if this person had left, or it really doesn't feel that way. I get this feeling that some of you have avoided talking to this person for a while, and you left the situation, but they have to tell themselves that they left the situation first. I don't know why it comes out that way, but it does. Just the way that, they obsess over the conversations, grateful for the spiritual lesson. Some time has passed, but, I left you before you could leave me. Is that something that they tell themselves just to have some kind of justification? I don't know. For like, no, yeah, I did the right thing. I left first. So I hide behind material things. This person puts themselves into work, and that kind of drowns out everything else that they need to think about or want to think about whenever they can't get their way. And that really comes out for someone that you're not dealing with. Now, the person who you are with and something happened at work with that, whoever, colleague, whatever. I replay our conversations over and over. This might even be something that they might have text or messages, whatever, on their phone. If you found them, there will be that I feel like that's whenever you push them out and they're like, well, I was going to leave first, but they're not. Then they're going to go and reflect on things and come back and want to, they'll keep themselves engulfed in work, because I don't see you putting up with this, but I don't see, it doesn't show what you are going to do or what they expect you to do or how they expect you to act. It's almost like they feel that they can hide this from you and you won't find out. So you came closer than anyone, and they might try and prove to you that if you don't want me, fine, I'm out of here. And that's a way for them to see if you will turn around and come back and want to be with them. But if they were flirting with somebody, or you find messages or something, or about you, I like just uncover, something that they were hiding within messages or something on their phone or whatever, then they don't like the fact that you find out what they were doing and you leave the situation first. But whatever, it is the way it is. But be careful of the person that wants to control you too. It kind of blends in for some of you. Like, this is the same situation and dealing with someone who can kind of flip on and off their emotions. And that's not good. You don't need to be with somebody who's like that. So just be safe, okay? And if this reading resonates with your situation, go ahead and hit that like button. I will see you in your next reading coming up. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.